I'm John and welcome back to my Lair of Action Figures. So today Hot Toys has released some more figures. Well, they're not really that new, I already have talked about it, but we have the official pictures from Hot Toys. So, of course, we're going to be having a look at these two figures. And I must say I'm a bit surprised about the way that Hot Toys is going for this. Of course, this is going to be Luke Skywalker. They're doing an artisan version of it, and this one is from the Last Jedi. So, as I said before, this is maybe the worst movie from the new trilogy of Star Wars, and that's not saying much because there was not much good to go around in it. So it's a bit surprising. No other company is going back to the new movies. So even Hasbro, who seems to dish out a lot of stuff, is not even trying to do the new movies. They got caught out with, of course, the Acolyte, with stuff that ended up that nobody wanted in clearance. And I mean, even Lego decided not to go back there anymore either. So a bit surprising that they decided to do that Luke Skywalker for it. Now, I must say I have this figure because this figure did already come out and it was MMS 458. Now, there was two versions. It was a light version and a deluxe version, and this one is basically the deluxe version with real hair. So let's have a look at the pictures that Hot Toys has provided us. So of course, the hair looks pretty neat, I must say. Again, I do think it's really strange that you're going for your hair over here and the facial hair is plastic. So that's a bit of a, I would say a letdown, because when you see what InArt can do with Gimli and he has real hair all over the place, feels extremely cheap. So yeah, this is extremely disappointing about it. And I like what they're saying here. Light up effect are simulated. Now, I think what's happening is that they went on the basics of the first one that came out, did not have any light up on his lightsaber, no batteries, no USB. So I guess maybe that's why they put it over here. Normally they would put not simulated, but made look better. So here's some more poses over here. I can't remember if there's any wiring in it, but I don't remember about it. Again, I do like the original figure, not the movie. And the reason why I like this figure, it does remind me of the Mythos one from Sideshow that they did of Obi-Wan Kenobi, where he's going around and exploring, and he has his backpack, he has all this gear on him, and I really like the idea. But as you can see, he comes with a stand and a poke, and basically the stand is the only thing who's new, but as you know, this stand was already used before, so this is only just reusing bits and pieces from all over the place. Now, head sculpt, I would have to get the one I have out to have a look at it, but it looks okay. And it was already okay on the original one. So yeah, don't really understand. Maybe because this is an exclusive, but I really don't think that the fact of leaving the beard is in plastic is a good point when you're let's say competitor who's not really a competitor. Some people would like them to believe, but InArt is not playing on the same level because they don't have the licensing for a lot of their products worldwide, so it's only constrained to Asia, New Zealand and Australia. So if you want to purchase them, you have to go buy some resellers and you're going to pay a lot more money for it. But again, really not much impressed by it. So of course they're showing you all the bits and pieces who are around over here. So of course you have the backpack over here that was already with this one. This was already there. The stick was here. The walking stick was there. Darth Vader's crystal was there. The compass was already there. All of this was already given. So again, this is nothing new. So here is the two display modes that you can do. I made him look like this because I like the idea with the tools and everything. Him walking around made sense, and it goes in for making some really great pictures. So here is everything that you get with this figure, and as you can see, the lightsaber does have USB. So I don't understand why Hot Toys is putting that the effect was added and not being there. So again, I'm really disappointed about it. And the question is, will this figure sell? Because let's be honest, like I said, the movie didn't work as good. Got a lot of people who were fans of Star Wars really hating on it, and I can understand why. But again, this is very astonishing going forward. And again, the fact that you don't have the woolly hair for his facial hair, this is really bad. So anyway, let's take a look. And this is the original one. Of course, you can see the hair's a bit less fluffy. You have a different base stand over here, but basically you're getting everything that you're getting with the previous one. And I even believe you are getting exactly the same hands. You see, everything you have is the same except the base, and over here they have real hair. If you look, the beard is less pronounced over here, so they made this beard a little bit thicker. But if you're going to remake a head sculpt, should put woolly hair all over the place. Anyway, definitely not going to buy this one, not paying $450 for, or around that price for this one over here, so easy pass for me. And then the second one they have announced, but with the pictures now, is of course Darth Maul from the Maul Shadow Lord. So of course the figure is interesting, but again, when I'm looking at it, this is again a reused figure who already came out, and this is Darth Maul Clone Wars. So the one from episode that would be season 7, and again, I don't understand why they're going in this direction. I mean, are they really taking the collectors for fools now? Or they should saying, well, we should dish out stuff and the collectors will pick it up because they should follow us and buy anything we come out. But again, this is the same thing. You see, you have the blade. This is new effect. This looks pretty amazing. The only problem is the lightsaber light effects have been enhanced. So again, your lightsabers that were battery operated, now USB operated, and like I said, there's some customs out there who give way more light than what you're giving. So there's no excuse that you should be able to get a more powerful effect on those LEDs who are in the lightsabers. So Hot Toys, you need to amp your game, because this is pretty bad if you have to do photoshops on your own figures to try to get the hype going. So here is some more pictures of him jumping around. And again, the fact that the lightsaber has to be enhanced by Photoshop is not normal at all. So of course we have the stand that he comes with, some more pictures. Over here we can see him with the cape on, because that was not a part of accessory that was given in the one from Clone Wars. And as you can see, I don't believe that there's any wiring in here. You can see that it's flat, so this is again maybe some effect that they did, or put some stuff around here to hold it in place. So again, photoshopped. I really think this is really not right of them doing this kind of tactic to use it. You see, you can really see that it's holding down. There's nothing here, no wiring to make those kind of effects, and I think this is extremely disappointing on the behalf of Hot Toys. I mean, yeah, I should find it extremely poor. Now, here's another picture of him, and as you can see, he has his mouth open. So that would be the only good part about this figure, is that we get 2 head sculpts. Now, I took this picture. There's some other ones, but this one I really wanted to select it because you can see he has his sword who's supposed to be dismantled, or looks taken apart. And of course, well, this one would be his sword and this one would be someone else's sword, because this one is the double-bladed lightsaber. And of course, this is something else that shows you a bit the cheapness that Hot Toys is doing. So, if you remember the video that I did yesterday, we got Wolverine, or Weapon X, out there with a seamless body. And over here, Hot Toys cannot give us a seamless body for Darth Maul. I mean, you can see the joints, the articulation. So this is this kind of limited articulation. So there's no double jointed at the elbow. So you cannot fold it up more than a 90 degrees angle. So I don't understand. This is just a cheap reuse of the Clone War version. Like I said, this is the good part. You have two head sculpts, one with the mouth open, one with the mouth shut, and that's about it. So, of course, two interchangeable head sculpts with standard rolling eyeballs. Well, they all have it, so nothing new here. And I guess this must be also magnetically attached, like the one they did for the DX, I guess. I don't know, I haven't opened my Clone Wars one, but again, this shows you a lot of the issues that you have over here. So afterwards, we have 4 display modes for the figure. So again, it's like, why? Why? Why go for this kind of body when you have a seamless body that could have been put in place? You already have the ones for the Predators, so you can't come up with an excuse saying, "Ooh, well, it would be hard to put the paint applications on it." I'm not saying it's easy and all of that, but again, if you can do it for a Predator, give him the tone colors, different tone colors on your silicone bodies, and you can't do it for Maul. Yeah, I can maybe understand the reasoning behind, because maybe there's a way that would have made the magnetic attach for the head harder, but even then, I think you could have put a peg in there like you did with Padme or Ahsoka to correct that. And yeah, but again, that means you would have to redo some tooling and all of that. So again, extremely disappointed. Like I said, I haven't opened the Clone War version, so I don't know. I'm just going out on a limb to talk about it, and I really think that's a bit of a shame. So here is everything that you get in this set, and as you can see, this is a regular version. This is no exclusive. If there would have been an exclusive, I would have been a bit less nitpicky and say, well, it's an exclusive. Let's go with it, and they want to reuse bits and pieces. I have no problem. Anyway, I'm going to go on to this one, and you can see basically this is exactly the same figure. You can see that the body is the same. Added a bit the boots and changed a little bit some of it, but it doesn't have the lightsaber cut over there, or the possibility to dismantle it and have a second one. But again, this is not good. I'm sorry to say, but this is yeah, I find this a cheap make again, and you're going to put some kind of boots. I don't know if these are leathers, but you can see on certain of the pictures that I passed, you will see that those boots are put into some serious angles, and that means if it's fake leather, this will deteriorate over time. But basically, you have this figure over here, and yeah, sorry to say, not very impressed. But again, I'm so surprised that you're coming out with so many figures. The only figure that we haven't seen for now is the AT-AT driver, that from the Remnant Empire, and that's the only one who seems to be missing. And of course, tomorrow it's going to be Sunday, so I guess there's not going to be much coming out. Of course, I will have a new episode of This Week in Action Figures, but I don't think Hot Toys is going to be releasing much more. So the only figure that is left to be seen from what they announced, and if they're going to add some more, is the AT-AT driver. And I'm starting to say, well, this is going to be a lot of money. If you're a Star Wars fan and you want to pick up everything that's been announced, well, you may better have a bank account really fully loaded, or even with the Sideshow, if you purchase them to Sideshow and you use the payments per month, you're going to still have a lot of money to take out, and hopefully during the next 6-8 months, the Hot Toys doesn't announce any more Star Wars figures that you would want, because that's going to really kill your budget. So yeah, a bit disappointed by the reveals. I guess this is why they decided to drop these two today and not yesterday. Really disappointed by what they're doing over here. I think that yeah, I'm a bit lost for words. Hot Toys, you've got us used to do better stuff, but this one is not good. Anyway, are you going to pick up any of these figures, or are you like me saying, well, hard pass, not really interested going to pick up those figures? Or maybe you missed the Darth Maul from Clone Wars and you're like, well, it could make a good add to my collection. So let me know in the comment section and let's have a conversation around our favorite hobby. So that's going to be it for my thoughts about the new two figures that were released today on the 25th of April 2026. If you like this kind of videos, please leave a like, share, comment in the section. If you have any suggestions, let me know also. If you would like to see more content, you will see more content and you can click on it at the end of this video. Also, if you want to go and check out some of my new stuff, who's around, or any news or what I have for sale, you can go to my Facebook page. I have the links in the description. Also, for now, they are not up for pre-order, any of them. I guess they will be going up on the 30th of April on Sideshow's website. I have an affiliated link. If you can use it, that would be very helpful for the channel. So please use it, and I thank you a lot if you do. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.